Hello everybody, I'm Burnout Bob and you're watching Hot Rod Madness from Cruisin' the Coast.
Hot Rod Madness, where every car has a story. If you love rat rods, street rods, American classic muscle, even the unusual, including those ground-pounding, tire-smoking street machines, we got them. Fire them up, Hot Rod Madness style, with your host, Tim the Milkman, along with the Hot Rod Madness crew. Welcome to Hot Rod Madness. Let's travel to Mississippi's Gulf Coast and join the fun at America's largest block party. From the beautiful tree-lined streets of Ocean Springs, Mississippi, it's the 2018 Cruisin' the Coast. Catch the madness.
Jeff, how are you, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome.
On the streets of Ocean Springs at Cruisin' the Coast, you find stuff like this. Now, look, your buddy over there was telling me earlier, man, even though this thing looks brand new, that was a flood car, wasn't it?
Exactly. I found the car in Gulfport, Mississippi. It had been in storage for 30 years.
Wow.
And then Katrina hit and had water up to the top of the doors.
Really?
So
that's the entire engine, the interior, everything's underwater.
So we were able to salvage the engine, transmission. So it's a numbers matching car. So,
Yes.
but we did it right. So it's a frame off rotisserie restoration.
Wow, what year is this
It's
Jaguar?
a 1970 Series 2.
Okay.
It's a 6-cylinder double overhead cam car.
Yeah.
And so
Okay. I call it a Jaguar. What do you call it?
it's a Jaguar.
Jaguar. Cool. I'm glad you
A lot of
agree.
people go by Jag.
Yeah.
So
Jag or a Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
That's right.
I just say Jaguar, man. I'm from the South.
That's right. That's right. We do the
Hey,
same.
let's take a closer look at this baby, man. Wow, because I see some highly polished stuff going on here. Jeff, you do this all by yourself?
Yeah, I did everything myself. It's
Really?
a hobby that I have and enjoy. I have to remind myself every once in a while that I enjoy it.
Yes.
Because there's hard times and you don't know what to do. But
There's a lot of work involved,
it's a
right?
complicated car. That's right. But I enjoy restoring, bringing things back to life, and
see.
it's a fun car to drive. It's kind of unique. So.
Tremendous job on this one, because I looked at the book you have on it when you had it dissected into tiny little pieces, right?
You wonder if you will ever. Here's the thing: you wonder if you will ever find the last part, and what day that will be.
Yes.
But
A little chunk of change involved there too, isn't
absolutely.
it?
But you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh,
but
And that's good of you to come down right square in the square here in Ocean Springs and display it like this for everybody to see, because this gives people an idea of what really goes into it, man.
right, it's a fun trade or hobby that you hope that doesn't go away with these new kids coming up. So you want them to see it and encourage them to put their hands to something and restore
go.
a car. So
Good job, Jeff.
thank you very much.
Yeah. Kevin, man, look at this little 600 you got, dude.
Thank you, I appreciate
This is
it.
something you don't see every day, right?
No, sir, there are not too many left out there. This actually was my dad's car.
Really?
He bought it secondhand in 1973.
Yeah.
It's a 1972 model. As part of my inheritance, I inherited it, and
Yeah. Cool.
I've just been playing with it. It's a little Honda 600 sedan, 4-speed on the column.
Okay.
It's a 2-cylinder car with 37 horsepower
Wow, interesting. It's a 4-speed on the column
on the column.
with 2 cylinders.
2 cylinders.
Yeah.
Front wheel drive.
Yeah.
I mean, the car has just been fun to play with.
I'll bet.
And parts are very, very rare. Can't hardly get any parts because they didn't make them but maybe about 8 years.
Okay.
So there's not a lot out there as far as parts are concerned.
Sure, you got to be extra careful with this thing. You don't want to bend a fender or lose anything off of it, right?
No, but I do drive it. I drove it to Bay St. Louis from Ocean Springs yesterday. Got on the interstate with it doing 62 miles an hour.
All right, man.
So it'll run. It'll go.
That's good that you get to enjoy it too, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, when people realize what it is, they're going to stop you, man, and they got
Yeah.
questions
Oh,
just
they-
like me.
They always giving me a thumbs up or point, you the man,
Yeah, That's awesome.
It's
So,
just
Let me ask you this, man. Well, your father bought this second hand. Where did he find it back in the day?
We own the a service station on Interstate 10 in Grove State, Louisiana, Rosedale.
Yeah.
And he bought it. It broke down. He bought the car for $50.
$50.
The car didn't sell for about $800-900 brand new.
Yeah.
And he drove it. It's got 57,000 miles on it.
Okay.
So it's been driven.
Sure.
And he just tinkered around in it, and I've been running it now. Oh man, it's just been a great little, little.
Sure.
It was titled out of Richards Honda in Baton Rouge, Louisiana,
Okay.
and they're still selling Hondas today. And I'm thinking about taking it over there to them.
Yeah,
And
you should.
if there's a home that it could go to, that would be the only home, because my father's car, he's in heaven looking down, and he's just so glad that this thing's alive and still running.
To me, this is the car that started the whole Honda Civic craze back in the 70s. And what year did you say this is?
It's a 72.
Yeah.
And when they first built these, they sent them to the Hawaiian Islands first.
Okay.
And then they started sending them to the mainland.
Yeah.
And from my research, they built about 40,000 of them. And very hard to find a used part.
Yeah, they're very scarce today. You don't see hardly any of them.
No, not too many. Not too many left out there.
There you go. You got one that's all period correct.
Well, it's still got the jack stand.
Yeah, there's the jack.
and the original spare tire is still under the car.
The window washer bag is right there by the battery. You still got it in there. That's awesome, man.
You push a little button to make it squirt.
Hey, man, we honor you for keeping it alive, buddy. Yeah, enjoy, man. Jason, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Fantastic, man. Hey, can we go canoeing today?
Sure.
All right, where can we launch that canoe, dude?
We can go right down here under the boat ramp.
All right, there's a boat ramp down the street.
For sure.
Hey, man, big Suburban here. That thing's got to be, 15 feet long? How long is that
25 feet.
25 feet.
With a canoe that's 18.
Is that standard length for a Suburban back in, 70?
72.
72.
72.
Gotcha. Wow. Enjoyment.
Yes.
Yes.
We got a good story behind it.
Really? Okay, what you got?
So when we originally bought it 4 or 5 years ago, we got into the glove box. We opened the glove box, found the Protecto plate.
Yeah.
Looking at the Protecto plate, the original owners, Girl Scouts of Fort Worth, Texas.
No kidding.
So we had a little mission going, let's name this thing.
Sure.
So we named it Thin Mint, like the cookie.
Thin Mint.
Thin Mint, that's the cookie's name.
Cool. And you left the patina on it and a little bit of green, so that kind of flows with the name.
That's right. So that everybody asks when you're going to paint it.
Yeah.
So what we tell them, when the patina fad goes away, we'll paint it. You can't never go backwards.
Oh no.
So
you're right. So what's your where are you from, man?
So we're from right here in a small town of Van Cleve, about 20 minutes north of here.
Okay.
We got a little garage at the house. I say that, a little garage called Dead End Garage.
Okay.
And then we build parts for these 67 to 72 trucks. We build suspension parts, all little unique things, little twists on things.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Love it, man. Hey, I get to meet all kind of people like this, man. Every time out. What you got under the hood of this thing?
Oh, let me show you.
Oh yeah. All right,
Let's check it.
Yes, let's check it out.
All right.
Oh man, look at this. This big old green pipe leading right up to an LS power plant. What is that, man? That's supercharged, isn't it?
That is supercharged. That's a Magnuson supercharger sitting on top of a LS2 that's been bored and stroked to 402 cubic inches. That's a Don Hardy Racing short block, so it's built specifically to haul tail.
How about that?
Yes.
And you stuffed it all in a Suburban that's 25 feet long.
Yes. And then it's all from the front to the back. It got a 4L75 transmission, a big 12-bolt GM Posi-Track rear end, Moser axles, and we built to drive this thing. We beat on it. We do burnouts. It does a wicked burnout. We just completed 1,810 miles on the Hot Rod Power Tour back in June.
Yeah.
So we did the whole power tour from Bowling Green to North Carolina.
Love it, man. You're enjoying the thing, man.
Exactly.
That is fantastic. You can haul the whole family in it.
And we do. But we actually have a third row seat.
Okay.
Never had the opportunity to put it in because we haul everybody's stuff.
Yeah.
Everything that needs to stay dry goes in here. Lawn chairs, tents, ice chests, stuff to fix you when you break.
Okay.
So that's one of our mottos too. We drive our stuff.
And for travel purposes, what kind of transmission you got there?
A 4L75.
Okay.
It's a GM Performance built transmission to handle this power.
Yeah. Sweet, man. What's a transmission like that? Where do you find it and how much is it?
So a GM Performance transmission, we got it out of Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And it's roughly around $3,200.
Wow. There you go, folks. Gives you an idea of what goes into something like this. The running gear in this thing is like new, patina on top, major cruiser. Man, that's awesome. Wow.
Thank you.
Sweet ride, buddy.
Thank you.
Joe, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, doing good.
Check it out, folks. Looks like a handcrafted old school race car. What am I looking at, Joe?
You're looking at a replica 1911 Indy race car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You built the whole thing yourself?
100% scratch built from the chassis up.
Yeah. Wow, 100%. This guy knows what he's looking at, man. Kind of boat tailish, old school
boat tail,
speedster. Yeah, it's all there, right?
It was as good as it got back in the day.
Look at all these screws holding this body together, man. There's no
Almost
welds.
1,000, no welds.
Oh, wow.
No
Okay.
welds.
Well, that's kind of how they done it back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of those guys had a welder.
They didn't have a whole lot of electricity back then, so they had to do what they had to do.
Nah, you cheated. It's got air ride. Yeah.
That's because I'm old.
Yeah. So you can actually get in this thing and cruise down the road, you know,
Anywhere
and
you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet ride. Look at the cherry bomb right here under the. Yeah, flamethrower. Got you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
How far will that baby shoot a flame, man?
30 feet.
30 feet.
30
wow,
feet.
You got a bottle of propane stashed in there somewhere?
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Let's step up here and check this motor out, man. What'd you use for a power plant?
It's got a 1937 Dodge Flathead 6-cylinder 201cc motor.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. The old flathead.
Yep.
That thing
Runs
probably-
like a tractor.
Yeah, it probably
Top
purrs.
RPMs is 1,800, but it goes down the highway at 1,500 RPMs.
okay.
That's it.
Yes.
Just chugging along.
Yep.
Chugging along.
On a rainy day, do you have a top you can throw on this thing?
I do have a top, but on a rainy day, I don't get in it.
Don't get in it. Gotcha. Put it in the garage.
I haven't got caught yet in the rain.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. So the Flying Monkey. So that's modeled after a real race car back in the day.
The original race car was called the Mormon Wasp.
Okay.
He won the first Indy 500, averaged 75 miles an hour for 500 miles, and almost got beat up driving it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can imagine what those guys endured
They were
with the
real
old
men.
suspension and
They
all.
were real men.
Yes. Oh yeah, look at this Mustang. What year is that Mustang?
1971.
71 convertible Mustang. Look at this. Oh, nice. Yeah. Beautiful ride, man. Check that out. Hear that? Yeah. Hot rodding at its best. It's cruising the coast. Oh, yeah. Studebaker coming up. Check that out. Sweet ride, man. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Listen to this, guys. Yeah, thing's sounding great. Oh, it don't make no noise like that? What year is it, man? What year is your car?
Oh, 30 model Buick.
Yeah, 30 model Buick. Hey, you'll see everything here at Cruisin' the Coast. Check that out. Beautiful ride. Man, look at that thing. Love the little tails on the back of these things, man. The little fastback Chevys, Pontiacs, whatever that may be. Gorgeous, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Check this out. We got a pair of T-buckets on the side of the road. We got a huge teddy bear sitting here. Here we go. What year's your car, sir? I think he's had a little too much to drink. How you doing, sir?
Good, how?
All right, man. I was checking out the color on your long wheelbase truck here, man. That's a hot rod pickup, ain't it?
Yes, sir. It is.
Yeah, buddy.
It is 1959 Ford.
Yeah, it's all pro-streeted up, kind of, sort of. You got some goodies on there.
Yep.
Man, what a ride. I'm digging the color. I saw you last night cruising out by the water, and I'm going, what a beautiful truck, man. And it is a long wheelbase.
Yeah, it is. It's actually, I got it out of Kansas. It's a 59 Ford from Kansas. Okay. It's about 2 or 3 shades lighter than the original manufacturer's color.
Yeah.
And it's all steel, original body.
Yep.
The chassis boxed. And the drivetrain obviously is not, but the truck itself is all original.
Yeah, so is it an automatic cruiser or you got a straight shift in there?
Yeah, it's an automatic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 'cause even from a distance, in case you didn't know, The truck is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate
I was
it.
looking at it last night going, man, look at that.
This is actually a 7-year build.
Really?
Yeah, 7 years. I got some Boyd Coddington Special custom wheels.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. Cool, man. Hey, pop that hood right quick. Let's check it out. There we go. Dollar Bill got some bombers, some fans over there. Yeah. Cool, man. Look at this big old wide block engine with Cobra engine, right?
Yeah, the Cobra valve covers. It's a big block 460 bored out to a 514.
Yeah. That's plenty of power to tote the truck, right?
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
Positive traction. It'll get after it.
I'm digging the engine bay, man. That is beautiful laid out. Look at that. Man, it's gorgeous. You got the dark blue stripes up and down the valve covers and the air cleaner.
Yeah.
It just matches perfectly with that blue paint.
Yeah, it's Ford blue, matches the chassis. Ford blue.
Yep, that is gorgeous, my friends. Larry, how are you, man?
Man, I'm doing great, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic here at Cruising the Coast, man. What you got here? Look at this thing.
78 VW bus, been shortened 4 feet.
Yeah, it's incredibly short, man. You're talking about micro bus. Here you go. Micro bus. Let's have a peek in there. Let's have a peek in there, Dollar Bill. Look at that thing. Hey, the interior looks great, man. Did you do that?
No, gentleman out of Louisville, Kentucky did the interior work on it.
Yeah.
Look how clean it is under the dash and all on that.
He does a good job, man. The color choice is fantastic in there.
Steering wheel even bright, bro.
Sure is.
So, yep. So
Okay,
I like
so regular VW motor in the back?
it is 2,000 cc. It came fuel injected, and we carbureted it, so
Yeah.
runs good and
Okay.
runs out strong, and
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, you can close that. Let's let these cars get by, man, because there's some killer hot rods just come easing by us constantly, right?
We're gonna let them roll too. We're gonna let them roll.
Here on the streets in Ocean Springs, man, you never know what you'll see. Larry, incredible bug, man. The bodywork looks great. We're
New paint job.
yeah.
I had it 2 days after I had it out of the shop. Somebody rear-ended me doing 50, had to redo it again. So this is a new paint job. New body work, everything. I've had it out a week and a half.
Let me ask you this, man. You ever pop a wheelie in this thing?
Yes, sir, but I got to put wheelie bars on.
We'll want it.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
In high school, we had this fella that had one that was cut up. He went nose diving in that thing. It'll do it, won't it?
I got air ride suspension on it, so I eliminated that. So
Right.
it drives and rides really
so
good.
it don't
It's
bounce end to end, right?
before I did that, it was like riding in a rocking chair,
Yes,
bro.
it would go back and forth.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was.
I bet that's a wild ride, Larry.
It is. It's cool, man. You know.
Hey, man, we'll
everybody smiles and waves. You know. That's why we like it.
There we go. Hey, we'll see you on the streets of Ocean
so much,
Springs, man. All right.
Appreciate you guys.
Take care, Larry.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, fantastic little Blazer. Hey, what year is your Blazer, man?
79.
All right, 79. Beautiful, beautiful truck. Thing's like brand new. Look at this Z28 right here. Yeah. Looks period correct, all but the wheels. What year is that Z28, man?
1980, man.
1980. Wow. Yeah, beautiful ride, man. Yeah. Nice. Hey, did you know you can find all the parts necessary for that Z28 at Eckler's? Oh yeah, the gasser. It's the freak. Hey man, what's your name?
Sidney Creel.
Hey Sidney, what year is this thing, man?
69 AMC Rambler.
Oh yeah? A Rambler. Yeah. And you got it all set up gasser style, man. Yeah. Look at this big old fat blower here. How big's the blower, man?
That's 671.
Yeah. Yeah, you really putting the power to the ground with this thing?
Oh yeah. This used to be in a race car of mine, so it's got a lot of power.
Yeah, so you used to run up and down the drag strips with this kind of stuff, man. How big's the engine there?
That's a 360. It's a AMC 360.
Yeah. What an intake, man. Is that like old school stuff there?
Yeah, it is. That's an Offenhauser intake with a plate welded on it from Hampton blowers, and then this is a spacer. Gives it a tunnel ram effect. It added a little bit of horsepower.
Gets it up there right in your line of sight
right.
when you're trying to
it's
drive
hard
down
to
the
make
road.
Right turns.
Yes. You can't see where you're going from time to time.
Yeah.
Because you got the nose at a high pitch. You got the bug catcher in your way.
Sure.
Yeah. I can imagine what it's like trying to drive it.
Yeah.
However, I bet you have fun with it too.
Oh,
don't
lots
you?
of fun.
Yes,
Lots of fun.
Yeah. You get some attention with this baby come down the street.
Sure.
Yeah. Here on the streets of Ocean Springs, you'll see stuff like this, man. When you walk up on stuff like this, folks, you got to look in here. You got to see what they got going on. Multi-knuckles here on the steering sector. Wow. You got manual brakes on this thing? No brake,
Yeah.
no assist on your.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Brakes are important, but they don't make it go faster. So
He says they're
we worry
important.
about that later.
Yes, we worry about that later. Okay. That's
You
how
got
this-
to prepare to stop.
Okay. That's how this guy rolls, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
the old Rambler, man. What year you say this is?
It's a 69. Yeah.
69.
And, I got this car in 2002, and I always want to make a gas ride of it. And
Yeah.
so that's what I
And
did.
the front end choice, what you got for suspension?
That is a Speedway axle I bought from them as a kit. It was really a kit for a Chevy too, but I got them to take the measurements, and I measured my frame.
Wow.
You know, and said, well, I'm gonna make it work. Because AMC stuff's hard to find, you know.
There you go, folks. That's how you get it done. You fabricate and rearrange and whatever you got to do to make it work, right?
Right, that's right.
Where are you from, man?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's how they do it there, folks. That's cool, man. Love it. Oh, yeah, check it out, Dollar Bill. Fantastic looking Lincoln here. Hey, is this your Lincoln, man? Yes, sir. Oh, boy, let me get back here and talk to this guy. Hey, the crowd is thick as ever on these vehicles. Kind of difficult to get back here with all the people, man. Your car's drawing a heck of a crowd here, buddy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
What's your name?
My name's Travis Harrison.
Yeah, what year is your Lincoln, man?
1965.
65 Lincoln. That's a huge car, man.
It is. A lot of dead bodies in the back, but I took them out before we came. I didn't want the smell, so.
That's good, yeah. Suicide doors.
Suicide door.
Crowd pleaser, man, everywhere you go, right?
It is, yes, sir. It is.
Where are you from, man?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
All right, yeah.
Baton Rouge.
Wow, what a limo.
It is. It is. This was actually the founder of Chick-fil-A, Mr. Truett's car. It was in his car collection for almost 15 years, and I got it in a state sale from him. He had 9 of these cars in his car collection.
Did you have to go to Atlanta to purchase this thing?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're kind of familiar with this collection, and
Are you?
yeah, we've seen some of it, and this is one of them, folks.
This is one of them. That's right.
How do you pronounce his name? Truett Cathy?
Yes, that's correct. Now I've gone through and completely redone the car since I got it. It was all original when I got the car, but
Sweet, man.
I've completely gone through and redone it. It was in great shape when I got the car, but of course I want to put my touch on it. So,
Of course, yeah.
You know,
You got to personalize it somehow or another, right? Slick black paint job, man. That thing looks great. Wow.
thank you.
Yeah. Suspension, what you got?
I just got a static drop on it. 3-inch coil springs in the front, 3-inch blocks in the back.
Cool.
Exhaust redone. The motor's been gone through. Everything's been changed out in the motor, redone, timing chain, sprockets, water pumps rebuilt, power steering. Interior's been completely redone, of course. All the motor's been gone through and reworked. But it's in great shape now. You know, air conditioner blows ice cold.
Sweet.
Nothing like sticking a baby in there and cruising. You know, it's back then they just don't make cars like that anymore. You know.
Hi, I'm April, and you're watching Hot Rod Madness.
Bob, how are you, man?
I'm doing pretty decent. Yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing
Enjoying this
fantastic.
weather down here?
I'm looking at yes, I'm enjoying the hot weather as usual. It's burning my head off out here talking to the people about their rides. Look, man, I seen this thing from over there. I'm going, what is this? I mean, it reminds me of those old Elvis movies. You remember the baby blue racing car?
Yeah.
What you got, man?
Well, this thing here is a Lotus 11. It's a
okay.
56 car. It was a vintage car that they ran at Le Mans, Sebring, that kind of places.
Okay.
This is not a real one. This is a clone or a copy.
Yep.
I can't afford a real one. Real one's a couple $100,000.
Really? I figured you had deep pockets here, Bob. I mean,
they're so deep they don't even have bottoms. It just goes right on the ground.
Just keeps
rolls
going
around,
out to the
yeah.
floor,
So
yeah.
we don't get into that.
I understand.
Anything you find on the ground's mine.
Okay.
But in any case, I wanted one of the cars that looked like a Lotus 11 from
Okay.
being a kid.
Yes, sir.
And there were people that made kits, Westfield, RevPro, some of the people in the 80s and 90s made kits that looked like it. And I tried to buy a kit, and I couldn't find a kit.
Okay.
I had a buddy that was doing some East Lake 11s, and he had made some body molds. And so I talked to him about the body, and I get the body. And so talked to another guy about some bits and pieces, and I got an MG Midget as a donor car. And so it uses an MG motor.
Yes.
It's a 1275. It's got 11-to-1 compression in it. It's been ported, has a cam. It's a little lumpy. Has a MG rear axle, MG front brakes, MG tires and wheels and steering. It has a Datsun B210 5-speed in it.
Nice.
It's real nice, real short shift, and it really makes it nice going down the road.
Did you have to come up with some kind of adapter to bolt that up with? I mean,
There's a fella up in Chattanooga that builds them. It's Rivergate, and finding a B210 5-speed today is difficult. They stopped making them about 80 or so.
Yeah.
I wanted to have the capability of both driving the car and vintage racing the car.
Yeah.
And so I set it up with all the race stuff on it. It's got the roll bar in it. It's got a fuel cell in the back, scatter shield, fire system, all the stuff, a master kill here with these little symbols on the thing to turn it off. I've run the car once as a vintage car. It's not the best tool to use to vintage race.
Gotcha.
And I kind of decided I'd take it to the Burger King, drive it to the beach, run around with it.
Yeah, why not?
And this Cruisin the Coast came up a few years ago, and it's like, it's a perfect car to come over here. You know, everybody looks at it and says, what is it? I've never seen one.
Yeah.
Well, you probably haven't seen one. You're not that old. But yes, there were cars like this in the Elvis movies. The original cars, when they ran them at Sebring, they actually imported them to the U.S. through New York, drove them to Sebring from New York in '56, and raced them.
Yeah.
So, they were a very competitive car racing, but they were also versatile. You could use them for many things. That's pretty much it. I just use it, come over to Cruisin the Coast a couple times in the last few years, and interact with people like yourself.
Man, it looks fun to drive around in, man. It's like a big go-kart, right?
It
is. Yeah.
It's got all the stuff that FIA cars had to have. It has doors that actually fold down. They're hinged and they fold out, but you don't get in it that way. You just step over it and slide down
jump
it.
into it,
I'll
right?
show you.
Yeah. You just hop right over the side and fire this baby up. So,
Firing it up. Now you're asking for a lot.
Oh, wow, okay. There he goes. He's getting all in it, Dollar Bill. He's going to show us how it works. Looks like it's all business in here.
It is.
It's a cool little car.
It's got a lot of stuff.
That's kind of tight, man.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be sliding around in it. You don't want to fall out.
He's demonstrating, man. We got to go with this. We can't just leave him hanging.
All right, you want to see?
He's going to fire it up and everything.
I got to get a key out of here.
Hey, look, could you imagine cruising in this thing around a track, right? I bet it handles pretty good, other than what he was telling us. Yeah. All right, he's got a special key. He's turning that key over there. Now he's putting it in neutral. Now he's going to fire this little puppy up. Hit it, man, hit it. Hey, man, I'd love to go around a track in this thing, man. So you're going to let me drive it?
Yeah, you can drive it up here to the corner and see if we get some ice cream.
That's an awesome ride, man. Oh, man, look at this school bus. Hey, 1930 school bus?
1930 Model A school bus.
Yeah, this is yours, right?
That's mine.
Oh, man. What possessed you to build a school bus? What is this?
We actually bought it from a museum in upstate New York.
Okay. So did it look like this when you bought it?
It looked like this. We've just done some mechanical things to it and put seat belts in it for our grandkids.
How about that? Wow. Amazing, right?
But I taught kindergarten the last 20 years, and I just retired.
Yeah.
So this was my retirement present.
You wanted a school bus for your retirement, okay? That's pretty neat. What year? The 1930.
1930.
So I'm guessing it's all original, right? You got the original engine in it?
Yes, the original Model A Ford engine.
Yeah, okay. Usually then things purr like a kitten. Do you drive it around the streets here and all that?
I do.
Yeah.
I drove it here this morning.
Yeah. Street legal. That's
Street
cool.
legal.
Lots of fun, right, lady?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Gloria Booth.
Okay, where are you from?
Right here in Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
Nice, okay. So you didn't have to drive it far, did you?
Drive too far.
Yeah, that thing is so cool. Do you use that to crank it with?
No, I am not ever going to use that to crank it with.
I wouldn't either. It'd wear your arm out a bit. Hey, man, what year is this sled?
It's a 1957 Buick Special.
Oh, boy, look at this thing, man. Low saloon. You got some big fat meats under the back of it. I'm loving the body style of this thing, man.
All original. Nothing's been changed on the body.
Yes.
Nothing. Everything underneath is all brand new.
Wow.
It's got a Scotch chassis up under it. It's tubbed.
Yeah.
It's got a narrowed rear end with a LS3, and everything runs like a scalded dog.
Yeah, so you pretty much designed this, came up with the platform for it or
sir.
whatever? Yeah.
I saw a Buick here at Cruisin the Coast 3 years ago, the Buick wagon.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it,
Had to do one.
As soon as I saw this, I bought it.
That's awesome.
And
Hey, yesterday in Bay St. Louis, I was out there shooting video and talking it up. You come cruising by and eluded me. I could not catch you. Today I caught you,
Yes, sir.
and I'm looking at the slick black paint on this thing, and I'm going, fantastic, man. Look at this. That's a lot of metal work in there, right?
We don't call it a paint job. We call it a sand job.
Yeah, okay.
You sand them to perfection.
I call it art. Look at this thing.
That's right.
Whoever came up with the design, what was that? Harley Earl, maybe? The Buick design?
Very possible. Buick,
I mean,
every year they changed the body every year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. If you don't know what you're looking at, you may mistake what it is, especially nowadays when guys like you get a hold of it and customize the heck out of it.
Yes.
That thing's awesome, man. You got your rear end tucked under there just perfect.
That's right.
Air ride, I'm guessing.
Yep,
You
all
can
ride
blow
test.
this thing up and go cruising around.
It'll do burnout
Oh,
all
man.
day.
Look at the chrome on the back of this thing.
Yes, sir.
Dollar Bill, if you can get a shot of that, man. When you're behind this thing in traffic, look at that. Look at that.
That's the factory exhaust exit location
Yes.
out of the bumpers.
Yep.
It's pretty trick from 57, so I didn't want to mess with the perfection that Buick
Right.
made.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, okay, so I understood. There's no interior in it yet. That's
Not yet.
coming, what, next month, you said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Next month it goes
Nice.
interior.
Could you imagine the level of interior this guy's going to have in that car?
The guy that's doing it's pretty good, I would
Yeah.
have to say. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Love the little bubble windows on the side of it. The styling is gorgeous, man.
Bone stock. Nothing's changed on the body.
Yeah.
I didn't shave nothing. I didn't
Okay.
alter nothing. Everything is 57
Yeah.
on the top side.
Yeah, look at that trim work, would
Yes,
you?
sir.
Bam.
Bone stock. That's how GM designed it in 57, and I agree with them.
Yes, me
Yes,
too.
sir.
Absolutely gorgeous, dude. What you got under the hood, man?
It's got a little LS3 in it.
Okay. I'd imagine that's plenty to power the old Buick, right?
A lot of weight on this car.
All right, let's pop the hood and check it out. Oh man, look, check it out. He's got some kind of Elderbrock intake going on here. What do you call that, man?
So it's a LS3 cross ram intake, and it's the biggest nightmare of the whole car.
Really?
Yes, sir. Tuning that has been quite a job.
Wow. I could imagine, man. I have no clue. I mean,
sir.
you got all your injectors stacked up on both sides. You got intakes on both sides of this thing. That's just odd looking. I don't think I've seen that out here yet.
You may have seen it, but it's very rare right now to see them running, actually, because getting a throttle body to talk to another throttle body, it's quite a job.
I could imagine,
Yes, sir.
man. Well, you high-tech guys, you know, just wow, fantastic. I'm loving the engine bay, man. You got this cover wraps around in front of it and all. Got the Wheelwood master cylinder in the corner. Very clean, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this black only takes dust.
Yeah. Well, if you get out and enjoy it like you did last night, I see you out running around, you're going to have dust on it, man.
We're doing burnouts the day before yesterday, and we're going to do burnouts till the day it dies.
No way. Wait a minute. You're roasting those back tires?
Roast them.
Yeah, we all know what those tires cost, right? This guy, oh, man. Check that out, Dollar Bill. Look at that 1957 period correct grill.
Nothing's been altered.
Wow.
Not one altercation on any of the chrome trim or the body panels.
You didn't have to have it re-chromed? Come on.
Everything's re-chromed, refinished.
All right.
But all original re-chromed, refinished products.
That's gorgeous, man. Hey, thanks for sharing your ride here on Hot Rod Madness, buddy.
sir.
All right, folks, that concludes Cruising the Coast. I mean, look at this crowd, man. We can barely move here. There's so many people. Hey, if you've never done Cruising the Coast, come on down and check it out every first week of October. Wow.
Thanks for watching and check back soon for more Hot Rod Madness.